What's up, pickle peeps? Okay, today I want to come in and talk about, do you celebrate your wins enough in business? Like, business is tough. Deciding to be a handmade entrepreneur is a crazy decision, especially a handmade entrepreneur. Going into e-com, like, so many people don't understand what we do, and business is hard. It's terrible. Like, there are plenty of days you just want to kind of crawl under your desk and cry, or raid the fridge, or we were just doing vanilla wafers and icing as adult Dunkaroos. There's lots of ways that business just drives us to the edge. Being business owners drives us to that line right there. But on the flip side of that, cross that pendulum swing, and there's amazing things that also happen in business. So that's what I want to talk about today, is the amazing things. First off, if you are new to the channel, my name is Melissa Pickle, and welcome to the Handmade How, home of answering the how to handmade marketing. I'll come up with a better tagline eventually. So, celebrating wins. I want to talk about getting in the habit of celebrating wins and looking for wins, because business will beat you down with a sledgehammer if you allow it to. It's your job as the business owner to look for the joy, to look for the wins, to look for the stuff that reminds you why you got into business in the first place. Because while it can be the ultimate beatdown, it is also the path to flight and freedom and just having an absolutely amazing, dream-filled life that most people, most 9-to-5ers, they cannot even fathom what's possible. But we can. That's because we're entrepreneurs. It's because we have decided to take our futures and mold them with our own hands. Whether you're a handmade business or not, you're molding your future with your own hands, with your own thoughts. Anyone who's working for 9 to 5, you know what's molding their future? Their boss's signature on their paycheck. That's about it. And if you super please a boss, maybe over 10 years, you'll get a couple of good raises. Maybe. Job loyalty is not what it used to be. Even people super loyal to companies get let go all the time. So their future, their dreams are all in the hands of somebody else. We are taking our dreams and we are forging them with our own hands. But if you are a perfectionist or a recovering perfectionist, like I typically am, then as you're forging those dreams, as you're forging your way forward here, you might notice all the imperfections. Raise your hand if you do something amazing, like a collection launch. That's an amazing thing. Or you launch a new platform. That's an amazing thing. You emailed your list. That's an amazing thing. But we tend to just look at what we did wrong everywhere with everything. Be it in our business, like, oh, I did a collection launch, but I could have done XYZ so much better. Oh, I sent that email, but, if only I had tweaked and A/B tested that headline, or that subject line. Yeah, I launched a new social media channel, but, it's kind of random, and not all my stuff matches, and I'm really just not, like, that picture would have been so much better with a better caption. And why didn't I use those hashes? Like, we always, Monday morning quarterback ourselves and our businesses. And that is so toxic. Like, we left 9-to-5 jobs, or some of us avoid them altogether, to be away from those kinds of toxic environments. So I want to encourage you, Pickle Peep, to pull yourself out of your own toxic environment. Don't let your brain stew. Because you know what? Your brain doesn't want to work. Your brain doesn't want to do good stuff. Your brain, well, as much as your soul wants to fulfill on dreams, brain is like, do we have to? I don't want to. Sleep is good. Netflix is good. Disney Plus is good. Like, why we gotta work? Your brain is constantly throwing at you this vibe of, why do we gotta work? I don't want to work. Brain doesn't want to do anything. It's lazy. Your brain also consumes about 25% of the calories that you take in. So, all of us brainiac, like, high mental functioning people, like, we should be skinny as rails. I don't get it. Probably eating the wrong calories, but that's a conversation for another time. So the brain is conditioned, and, like, it's not genetics. It's just history. It's human nature right here, human evolution, to always look for danger, to always look for bad, but we're not in a dangerous world anymore. Not really. There's not saber-toothed tigers ready to eat you right now. Okay, yeah, there's danger in the world, but it's not what it was. We're not running. We're not dealing on fight or flight. So the brain's gotta it almost wants to make up fight or flight situations. And instead of letting us look at events and things rationally and with logic and even on a neutral keel, it wants to take everything to the negatives. Like, oh, you could have done that so much better. That's our current equivalent to fight or flight. Brain's got nothing else to work with right there. Now, I want to push it, because we can't even be at neutral. The brain always wants to pull it down. I want to encourage you to train your brain to look for the wins. Because if we can reframe that and retrain our brains, and yes, this is an ongoing process. I'm going through it too. Where instead of looking at what we did wrong, celebrating what we did right. Yes, you always need to do a quarterly assessment to see if you got a lot of stuff that's going wrong, what are little steps you can take to fix those things. But look at what you did right and celebrate it. Look for the wins. Because if you can keep your focus on what you're doing right, you can keep momentum. You can avoid or you can skip over or at least limit those burnout periods, those drudgery periods, and you can keep going. So what inspired all this talk right here? I'm going to get personal for a second. So I talk about those ups and downs, and when you're in a down, you don't realize that, the world is really okay. You're just in a down, and everything you're doing is really okay, and probably even great even, but you're just in a down, so you can't see it. You're stuck inside your own head. We're stuck inside our own heads. And then something else happens to pull you out of it. So this morning when I woke up, and I was in a down because I didn't get to bed until 1:30. If I had my way, I'd be in bed at 9:30. I didn't get to bed until 1:30 because I was doing yesterday's YouTube video, and my rules for what day a YouTube video goes up over accounting a day is if it goes up before I go to sleep. That's my rule, by definition, for this 90-day streak. But all week it's been midnighters and 1 a.m. So usually I'm up at 5 or 6 to take care of my nephew, and it's just beating down on me this week. This morning I slept until 9:30. I haven't done that unless I was sick since high school. Never mind, college. Definitely in college. But I wake up and I'm bleary-eyed, no coffee yet, and I see a Facebook message from one of my friends. She's going, "Hey, congrats! I just read your article in the newsletter. It's amazing. Well done." And I'm like, "What? Huh? You talking about? Holy shit!" Come on, you know those. It takes your brain a couple of click, 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 click. Now we're on. Zoom. And I can't tell you more yet because I want to see it myself. So I'm waiting on confirmation. But back in January, Magnetic Marketing newsletter or Russell Brunson's team at Magnetic Marketing and behind the scenes newsletters reached out to me to write an article, and I figured I submitted one. I was if they ever use it, maybe it'll come up in 18 months time, whatever. I'm sure there's lots of other people better than me who have better articles than me and whatnot. It's whatever. But I sent it in. It's what if they take my article? Okay. So you guys are now the first to know, besides very close family and friends, that this article has been published. And I can't wait to see. I don't even know which magazine it's in, or newsletter it's in, if it ended up in No BS newsletter or if it ended up in Behind the Scenes. I don't know. I'm waiting for confirmation on that, but it is so exciting. So one little act right here, getting a Facebook message from a friend, totally turned everything around. And this low slump, I'm on my way up to a super high, and it just made me think about that. It's when things are good, look for the good. It's much easier to look for the other good stuff. Look for the wins that are going on. When things are going meh, or when things are going poorly and you have a bunch of stumbling blocks sitting in your way, it's really easy to think everything is a stumbling block and that you have no wins. And it's not true. You have tons of great wins sitting there that you're just glossing over while you focus on the bad. What is the experiment? The teacher tells the students, look around the room and look for the red things. So the kids look around and they find all the red stuff in the room. There's the hat, there's the coat, there's that person's pencils, there's the art on the wall, there's the fire alarm thingy. Like, they're focusing on finding all the red stuff in the room. And the teacher goes, did you look around the whole room? And the kid's like, yeah. He's like, great. Tell me a blue thing you saw. And the kids are like, what? We just look for red things. I don't know what's blue in the room. And like, it completely, never mind that you're in the room, the same room all the time. You live your life, you're in it all the time. We know what's going on, we hope. And these highs and lows can really just push us to have like blinders going to the full picture of our businesses and our lives, is where I'm going with this. So we allow these blinders. Now there's good blinders, like we're looking for the good stuff. Sometimes if you have good blinders on too long, you might not notice a different problem weeding through. But the same thing is when we have bad blinders on and we see only the negative, only the bad, only the places where we're messing up or we're not fulfilling to our vision of our potential. Never mind, every day you're a step closer to reaching your full potential. But we're blind to it because we're focusing on the bad, and then we might not see all of the amazing stuff that's also happening. So I challenge you, Pickle Peep, to comment below with a win. Comment below with a win with a good thing. We started doing this months and months and months ago in the one accountability group that I'm in. We meet on Thursdays. And now, before we can talk about our projects, the progress we're making or not making on them and everything, we have to say a hi. We have to say a win that happened that week. And dare I say it, a week is too long to wait for a win. A week is too long to sit there and not be recognizing and celebrating your wins. I want you guys to find wins every day. I want you, at the end of the day, to write down what was something awesome that happened. Now, I don't do this, but I really should. I always think about it. Like having a jar, and every day write down a win. Write down something awesome that happens and put it in the jar. And then at the end of the week, at the end of the month, at the end of the quarter, at the end of the year, however you want to look at it, dump the jar out and look at all the awesome stuff that happened, because you're probably not going to remember it. Why? Negative emotions overpower positive emotions. Negative emotions for a lot of people are comfortable, to go Tony Robbins. That's where our baseline is at. We spend so long in negative emotion land, we don't really recognize positive emotions. And if we do, they're like fleeting, like seeing an airplane in the sky, like, oh yeah, that's cool, that's nice. Bye. No! I want you to hitch a ride on that and ride the positive emotions so you can deal with the negatives when they come up, but switch it around and make the positive the way you live. Make the positive what drives you through a momentum, and we do this by looking for it. Just like when you're looking for all the red things, you don't recognize the blue. When you're looking for all the bad stuff or all the places where you lack or all the places where you feel you messed up, you could have done better. If only, doesn't get you anywhere. The past already happened. We only have right now. And if we spend everything worrying about the future and making it perfect, we're still missing out on right now. So when you look back, when it's tomorrow and you look back, you're like, well, I didn't get anything done. And it's the next thing you look back, it's like, why am I not getting anything done? Because you're too future-paced. Worry on what's going on right now and count your wins. Today's wins, I got that, I was feeling down, but then I got that message about my article being picked up. Wow, mega win. Then I looked, and the YouTube channel, which I've been slaving away, so this is day 11, I think day 11 of my 90-day streak right here, and we jumped like 10 subscribers. I'm like, wow, that's awesome. We're close to, we're 3 away from 300, like, what? Yay, okay. So, big things. And, like, wins, it's all perception, right? Everyone can look at the same thing. A thing is a thing. An event is an event. My momentum coach tells me this, and I'm trying to understand it, but there is, what did she say, the circumstance? There's the thing that's happening. It's our emotions, it's our perceptions that put a spin on it, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. And it's just the thing. So if we can train ourselves to react as the good thing, to look at things as the good thing, to view them as good things. And even if they're bad, so like, okay, I messed this up. And this is what I'm going to do next time. And this is how I'm addressing it. And so I messed that up. And this other thing that I did is great. Lean towards the great. Lean on your greatness. Push for it. And even greater things come. Lean on your greatness and even greater things come, Pickle Peep. Okay, I'm done ranting. You all have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next one. Oh, if you enjoyed this channel, if you like Melissa Soapbox Rants, then comment down below, give this video a like. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We are going for daily videos for a 90-day streak every day, and I promise we're going to get back into how-to content. It is not all Melissa Soapboxes. All right. I'll see you in the next one, Pickle Peep.